I am Jodidan, but Magaji, so she made him then. Tahila Sarada, so she long with Jerusalem, the Miss Hanging, Jubarajing, Lavajiras. Fishing in the blind, so shall swimming around the German Cursola, Saradi, so she long with Jerusalem, the Miss. Drupaleshingela Sangye Vasage Padmahajori Si Drupavagase Sonala Survadi Suraj Drupasala Dharme Sangye Drupaleshingela Migara Darshinde Drupasal Hasage Baldal Sonala Survadi Surajila Drupasala Dharme Sangye Jingila Jida Turjana Sabatan Saridam Yaz Sonala Sali Sachila Mujusra Me Sangir Jingila Magoya Jamda Singaya Vyamsa Dirhotam Jayas Sonala Sali Sachila Mujusra Me Sangir Yelava Delta Sada Bilam Gidin Barsha Jivada Opa Bigul Misangi Sho Chasarada Jujri Shavada Namo Goju Surdam Sahasum Yamni Namla Yasuchi Dokuni Sangi Lagushi Chanchu Chod Singito Namo Goju Surdam Sahasum Yamni Namla Yasuchi Tukun Sangi Lagushir Shantu Chodu Singito Kadaluni Chilipai Nam Sagawi Chubijin Mendela Tala Murshi Sami Yushi Puzao Nito Shuki Padni Dinara Giri Simpadan Dwende ban mai da lai ho pa me gun do man jal chi cha ni yam sha de lo se ji shu gu sul kil moi ju gi shu pa lai ya su ji de wa chu ka Jal chi cha chi da shi da ya ye cheo ban na si Chính biết đó ghi bản thân chúa yon tới cha tới thứ trên tục giờ chỉ cho ghi vui lúc ngồi ya yon tới chỉ đi vui gì chính biết đó ghi bản thân chúa sai ghi cho chúa với xin bất nhân tôi đã chịu bao mi quê rồi sớm ghi đi suy ghi rồi suy lên nhiều thứ về điều ai trên nam trên như ôi bao mi ghi là sớm mai nam đi đi chân chỉ trên vô tư sự Phải tin tưởng tin đó là hoang sư cười lộ tin si phải chờ chờ sự na suy bắt mai đời đơn tin được ba mi là sự sự ngồi đi chỉ tôi suy nghĩ với lối cười xin trên nam ta cứ chỉ tam chế ra chỉ đôi theo sự và nam ta nhầm sẽ là cho sợ lỗi amin dewa di phải sẽ sám maya ra ngồi ba mùi đi cho lên đi vô ôi thư ký xin leo chơi bế kẻ hoa đi ngon trên đầu hoặc quê sẽ bắc về kẻ như đất hoàng ngoài hiện tại khi đi làm thì cho đi ô ba lại thuế sự lời la đi mai mi hoa ya đi ta về thế ôi say hoa ta đi kia có thể sa maya hồng ôi đi ta chẳng đi đến bao ba người nghĩ chỉ hỏi cô la đi mà mi hoa đường người đã vì tin đi ôi na sa se thân người mi đi gari cô la sư hoa mi hoa ta bị tin đi ôi đi chính cha se hoa đi giờ se gi bơ la sư cô la sư mi hoa gì chỉ tin đi hoa la de cha si đi ga si cha cha de ra lại cái ban mi hoa đường người đã vì tin đi hoa ba giờ đi ta chỉ giảm si đi ta na đi na ta ni ta mà đi bùa xin ghi giảm si ngồi ghi ra la chữ ba bùa ghi hoa ba chan si ghi bi tu si ba bùa na ta ni ta mà đi bùa xin ghi bùa si ba bùa ghi cha la chữ ba bùa ghi ba sao chui ghi bi đi xin đi bùa na ta ni ta mê bùa xin ghi đi về hôn ghi cha la chữ ba bùa ghi ba sao chui ghi bi mà đi sân hoa bùa na ta ni ta mà đi bùa Sim gi di ba mai mui gi cha la shi ga bu ai gi ho vai bai gu lu da gi shi di cha di da na bu ana da ni da mai bu ya sim gi ga di da mu la shi ga bu ai gi ho bai gu da lu mi shi Chal siru shubhi wana dani dhamalali bhoya Sem ki nirde se muge jala shiva bhargi Hoye o paya jigi bichi Jolmaya labhana Dani damali buya sim yi shabda sing hoigi Yalla shubha hoigi Hoy se pagui gi bichi Rimaya dheni buna Dani damali buya Singiri ma se bhage kula chha bhulwana om grar gamba bujri aluke gandi te sadamata Dani dhamai buya sim gid se namuge se bhagi lagulhanai tuji lajan dham chilai chokli wajju sadhu sam hoy dagi gamne ho bala Turmi jabbar huana dani dhamalali hoya Simgi doyala murgi do bhai khela bulwana Tushida Shridam Chilai Chodri Vaidvasadusu Oedagi Gandhi Hovala Radhi Shivavana Dani Ramari Buya Singi Shivila Murgi O Bagila Gulwana Tushida Shridam Chilai Namo Indushe Kune Kuisha Sampaya Shigandu Menam Kada Murikamari Shigi Tasedu Adushi Suni Sugi Shushiwa Jugi Dami Yambali Medu Dami Tushi Shagi Sivaye Lokaru Guru Lokaja Hokaji Tumi Sugi Shoshagi Sunai Pasi Sampaya Sugi Dami Sivadi Shaudushi Kulai Sakarta Dami Mari Oye Vema Patu Sangalwa Shagi Manjusadu Tamsi Yamba Shagi Kulai Sakarta Asungi Tamsi Yamba Shagi Kulai Sakarta Homsagi Tamsi Yamba Shagi Kulai Sakarta Amoshi Soha Pandrasadu Pandrasadu Sange Nawata Eta Tushi Chimbo Tushi Dula So Sange Janse Pambi Tamjela Tichi Kubi Simgi Suare Dala Shigi Hoidwe Saldu Sur Nawata Edu Bachingi Lo Tichi Chindo Shigi Kalo Kuru Simchan Navla Tapri Tushi Sitamchi Jaji Dui Kapsepa Nathai Yaja Sila Shibai Inge potana dusum sange kunge ngonye rasim chugu ngonsum donzeba Tsavela me shavla chagyo balden tsavela marjin boche da genyen garbat me zivdula dewa me pradak balshunega kusung tu ge jinge labdu sul balden jide wanju tam jege chupin jipur girva chuge jide thaye dula pende jebab penden jube shavla chagyo Magyar namkhatang besim je thamche kharwa dungi ge ge sule dalde namba thamche kemba zungje khepdadru je sangshin be go phangla go pracha te che du tambe chuge chingin ge nyambe kunlong dang kun chuge rimbanam dejur denjur timame pa namne chige sumba da du chene thugla sal tape sembar shu Good afternoon, everyone. So we will just go straight to the Buddha Amitabha, the Sukhavati prayer. Yeah, so that we wanted to
sort of cover the explanation, I think brief explanation. Of course, you know, I think it has a lot of detailed explanation, but someone like me will not be able to give, all the deep explanation, but just a brief, short explanation. Therefore, we try to go through the Sukhavati, whole Sukhavati prayer that contains the four qualities, which we talked yesterday. The four qualities, the four causes to be reborn in Devachan. Yeah, that is something very important. So so let us just go straight to the point. We have completed the small letters that Changme Rinpoche, Changme Raga has written in the beginning, that we have how to practice this particular Sukhavati prayer, and then the benefit of this prayer, that we have finished yesterday. So today now, straight to the prayer. It says, Emmaho dinengi manubki chogrolna. So this is from here, the first quality starts, repeatedly visualizing and remembering Sukhavati, then jinkam giko ba yang yilla cheba in Tibetan, remembering the Sukhavati, the pure land of Buddha Amitabha, again and again, again and again, repeatedly remembering, so that it's explained in this prayer in the beginning from Emmaho. So it's from here is the first cause, or the first quality, or to be to reborn in Sukhavati. So Emma Ho is, it's as it translated here, how wonderful. Emma Ho is like, oh, wonderful, something, amazing, is I think it's an expression of amazement, Emma Ho, something overwhelm. I don't know, we call it overwhelming. It's a expression of, joyous, happy, amazing, wonderful. So that's the Emma Ho. Just by saying Emma Ho, for example, when we see such a wonderful place, I think whoever comes to Amitabha, when they first see Amitabha, they say Emma Ho, so that's an expression of, joyous or something amazing. So Emma Ho, same thing, of course, the Buddha Amitabha Pure Land is a Emma Ho. Then, Dinengima Nubgi Chogralna, so in the direction of the setting sun. So the Amitabha Pure Land is in the western direction. It's very clearly said in the sutras, in many teachings, in the western direction, Nupcho. So from here, from this universe or from this world, in the direction, in the setting sun, sun sets in the west, sunrise from the east and sunset in the west. So in the western direction, beyond countless worlds and realms, so many, I think thousands of galaxies, or I don't know, universe, countlesses of universe, tangme jikdin mangbe pharon las, beyond countless worlds and realms. Chungse ting do phakbe yulsana, slightly elevated in the land of all the noble beings, so, after from this universe, like we have to cross like countlesses of universe, and then after that, the pure land of Buddha Amitabha is there, slightly elevated. Phakbe Yulsana, number takbe jingam Dewachens, also known as the pure realm of great bliss, the Sukhavati. So that is the Devachan. So so that is the kind of how it explained how far is it from, it's so accurately stated in the teachings, so it's in the western direction, and from, many universe, beyond many universe, and then little bit elevated, there we go, is the Buddha Amitabha Pure Land is there. So number takpe jingam Devachan. So number takpa means also known as the pure realm. So pure realm means, yesterday also we talked a little bit about it. So number takpa means there is no impure or unpleasant. Everything is perfect. Everything is beautiful, So it's in the explanation, it says the land is completely pure and free from all unpleasant things, completely pure, beautiful. Everything is perfect, free from all unpleasant things, such as rocks. Yeah. I mean, in many places we have rocks. I think in Nepal also we have rocks. In Ladakh we are full of rocks. We cannot walk barefoot. If we walk barefoot, I think we will have a problem in our. So rocks. So Amitabha Pure Land has no rocks. Yeah, free of rocks and thorns. We call it thorns, the spiky thing. Which is, yeah, in Ladakh full of, in many places, I think many thorns. We cannot walk barefoot again. So Amitabha Pure Land is free of this. No thorn, no rocks, no rough ground. Grounds are very smooth. No rough ground. Rough ground, again, we cannot sit. We need some cushion or something to sit on. So there is no rough ground, no cliff. I think beautiful, hills are there, but no kind of a scary hills, like very scary hills. If we walk on top of that, or we may fall, we are very scared. That kind of, how do you say, things is completely free, no cliffs and uneven places. Places are so even, uneven, kind of a, how do you say, very unpleasant, difficult, walking up, walking down. It's not there, uneven places. And harms from all elements, meaning weather. As I said yesterday also, the weather in the pure land, in Buddha Pure Land, is always pleasant. No harsh weather. No extreme cold, extreme hot. We have many countries we have like that. Place like Delhi, we sometimes cross 45, 46 days, extremely hot. Even the winds are so hot. So in pure realm of Buddha Amitabha is not like that, free of all. All the elements are always pleasant, always good weather. And environment is perfectly clean, smooth, beautiful, and radiant like a mirror. Yeah, it says, it's an example, radiant like a mirror, covered with golden nets and filled with delightful parks and forest. Covered with so beautiful and delightful park, forest, in all of the trees and flowers looks like golden, or all of the flowers, whatever in the garden, all are, they said, the, what do you call this, it um, it's not a ordinary. It's all, the precious jewels, made, created out of precious jewels. Yeah, so therefore it's called the pure, the pure realm. Everything is so wonderful. The grounds are soft and pleasant touch. Even if we touch, it's so soft and pleasant. It gives comfort, it gives joy. There are beautiful lotus flowers of many colors made of precious jewels, with large petals shining with light. The flowers petals are so big, so clean, not like some of our flowers. Our flowers are, sometimes it's rotten, became black, and then it falls, half good, half not good, maybe, not enough water. So we have that kind of flowers. That in the pure land, all the flowers are always shining, no faults anyway, so beautiful. So yeah, that's what it says. And there are peaceful rivers, water, rivers and pools with pure water, possessing the excellent qualities. The water there, the pool, there are many pleasant pools to swim. And the water, the water is, has a excellent qualities. For example, in our case, if we just drink a water from a river, we may get sick because it has a bacteria. We need, therefore we need, what do you call it, the filter water. We need a filter to, otherwise we cannot just drink straight away from the rivers. But in pure land it's completely different. You can just, all the waters are full of good qualities. It will not make you sick. There are a lot of different qualities anyway. So that's what it says. The water are fragrant water. Some in this world, some places, when we smell, the canal waters are so smelly. It's so bad. But in the pure land it's completely different. The waters are fragrant and surrounded by heavenly flowers. From flower water arise, and then from the water also the melodious sound arises. Not only just melodious, but the Dharma teaching. It says in the water, in the Pure Land, we can hear the Dharma. Even from the spring waters, the waterfalls, we hear the teachings of Dharma. And there are many bathing pools, naturally to the temperature one desires. Bathing pools are, it naturally, pleasant. How do you say? Naturally, the good temperature. So, I mean, when we go to just ordinary pool, sometimes the water is too cold, too hot. So in the Pure Land of Amitabha is a completely different. Whatever you desire, it that same temperature we will find, warm or cool. The lands is filled with full, wish fulfilling jewels, trees, and many precious jewels. Anyway, so that's the it's the number takpejingam dewachan. It's pure. It's a pure. So this we have to also. It's just not a story, okay? I think this we have to, how do you say, seriously, put in our mind and then remember, dream like that. We call it dream, isn't it? We dream like that. Not only dream, but visualize that again and again and again. So repeatedly visualizing and remembering the Sukhavati. So there's the remember. And then of course we want to go there. I mean, if we are, how do you say, we would be attracted, towards that kind of atmosphere, that kind of beautiful Pure Land. So number tapajingam dewachins. And then now dagi chuburmigi matongyang. It is not visible to ordinary human eyesight, but to a perfectly pure mind, it is clearly visible. So, although we cannot see the Pure Land now, yeah, can we see? Unless, maybe if we have pure vision, if we are good practitioners, we will see this itself is a Pure Land, especially in these 10 days. We are, from morning to evening, we are full of blessings of Buddha, Amitabha, gurus, prayers, teachings. It's a full of blessings. It itself is a Pure Land, but of course we cannot see, unfortunately. Ordinary people like us, we cannot see. So therefore it says here, it is not visible to ordinary human eyesight. The Pure Land of Buddha, Amitabha, which is quite far from here, we cannot see, but to a perfect pure mind, it is clearly visible. It says here, "Rangsem sewe la lamer cells." To a perfect pure mind, it is now just right away here. We can visualize, we can see, you know, eye and our eyes and what do you call it? Mm, like the mind, true nature has boundless and unobstructed. Our mind, the true nature of our mind is unobstructed. It's a boundless. We can see, we can, our mind is much more powerful than our eyes and ear. Our eyes and ear is nothing. It's just what, I don't know whether we call it bamboo. Anyway, it's a very limited. What we can see with our eyes now, just only front. I cannot even see the back side. So it's a very limited. What I hear, of course, inside in this hall we can hear something, but if we go out of hall we cannot hear. So our eyes and ears are very limited, but the mind is much more powerful than the eyes and ear. Therefore, we can visualize Buddha Amitabha right away here. If we are capable enough, if we put little bit of effort, we can visualize Pure Land Amitabha, Buddha Amitabha Pure Land right here. So therefore, it says, but to a perfect pure mind, it is clearly visible. Yeah. With pure aspiration and intention, one can be reborn and reach to the Pure Land. Anyway, with pure aspiration and then, intention, one can, we can definitely reach to the Pure Land of Buddha Amitabha. So, yeah, I just said it. Isn't our physical eyes cannot see very far, but I mean, just logically think. Our mind is so powerful that we are sitting here, but we can think of, I don't know, maybe how far, maybe millions of kilometers away, maybe America. If you have been to America, you can just, your mind can be there instantly, right away. That powerful mind is so powerful. Therefore we can, why not we, if we can think of America here, why not we can't think of Pure Land of Buddha Amitabha right away? Yeah, it's the same, the logic goes same. So that's the thing. uh, so yeah, it is clearly visible. Then achum then gewa opa me. Yeah, there's a story when Buddha was alive. His student or his attendant, no, Kungao, Ananda, one day Buddha Shakyamuni asked him, oh, Ananda, you want to see, would you like to see the Buddha Pure Land? And Ananda says, yes, I really want, Master, Buddha, I really want to see. And then, of course, because of Buddha Shakyamuni is such an enlightened, being. So he said, look, you just look in the western direction. And then, yeah, Ananda saw immediately, all of a sudden, with the blessings and power, yeah, blessings of Buddha Shakyamuni, he saw the whole Buddha Amitabha Pure Land. Yeah, so that means it's there. It's something, not a fairy tale. Yeah, therefore we have been saying, Holiness has been saying, teaching, it's important to have devotion and the faith, visualize and remember. So it's just to, how do you say, confirm, it's there. Buddha Amitabha Pure Land is there, okay? So that's the thing. Then achum den gewa opame pema rage dosen zijibar. So in that realm resides Bhagavan Amitabha. So in that Pure Land, so Buddha Amitabha is residing. He is presently, present there in the Pure Land of Buddha Amitabha, manifesting a ruby red color in a dazzling radiance. So from here, how Buddha Amitabha sits, where how he is sitting, what he is wearing, what he is holding is a visualization, Gumba. So yeah, manifesting a ruby red color. So Buddha Amitabha is red color. So that we cannot neglect. It's something we have to be very clear about, So the problem with us is, we do a lot of practice, but we are not clear. Our mind is so distracted. For example, if someone asks, all of a sudden ask you, okay, how Avalokiteshvara forearm look like? I don't think many of us will manage to answer clearly. I don't think so. What he is wearing, or, how many the crowns he has, which hand is holding mala, which hand is holding lotus, which hand is, folding and, holding the jewel. Why? Because we are not trained. We are not exercising. We are not remembering clearly. Therefore, we fail. So same thing here. Buddha Amitabha, we have to, as soon as we say Buddha Amitabha, the red color should appear. It should come in our mind. So manifesting a ruby red color in a dazzling radiance. Yeah, red in color. The crown protrusion on his head, the sign of wheels on his feet. So what is, the Buddha Amitabha has a crown, and then jabla khorlo, and his feet has this wheel. So these all are the sign of an enlightened being anyway. Yeah. He is adorned with all 32 of perfection and the 80 auspicious signs. So he is adorned with 32 marks of, there are many auspicious signs. When one get realization, when someone get enlightenment, so there are many signs that we can see. There are many things. So for example, their nails are a copper color, and not like us, some our nails are sometimes very dirty, very funny, like uneven, broken, whatever. So the Buddha nails are very even, the red, the kind of a copper color, lot of, anyway, I wouldn't go through all these, otherwise we will never finish. So 32, the good sign, auspicious sign adorned to the Buddha Amitabha. And Shaljik Chang, with one face, two arm in a meditation mudra and holding an arm ball. So yeah, so Buddha Amitabha has one face, yeah, and two arm in equanimity gesture and holding the hlungze, means the begging bowl. Yeah, Buddha Amitabha is holding that. Chego namsum sujin kiltungis. He wears the three dharma robes, and his sits cross-legged in the Vajra posture. So Buddha Amitabha sits in the Vajra posture, cross-legged, and wears the 3 Dharma robes. Means he is in um, yeah, anyway, in the monastic robes, 3, the what the bhikshu and bhikshunis we wear. So that is Buddha Amitabha also wearing the lower robe, and then upper robe there is a 2 upper robes. So this is called the three robes. So yeah, so that at the same time now you can visualize, okay, if you are listening, we visualize how Buddha Amitabha look like, how he is sitting, what he is wearing, what is his color. Visualize clearly in your mind. And Pema tong den dawe den ting du changchup sing la ku gep ten zete ze. So Buddha Amitabha is, he has seated on a moon disk atop a lotus flower with 1,000 petals. So it doesn't says here, actually Buddha Amitabha has a throne, yeah, throne which is lifted by peacocks, 8 peacocks. We have many. I mean, you can see when we visit and pay homage to in the temples. There are many thrones. Some are lifted by elephants, peacocks, and then different anyway creatures. So the Buddha Amitabha throne is lifted by big, giant 8 peacocks, and then on top of the throne, and then there's a lotus, and then moon disk, and top of that then the Buddha Amitabha seated. Therefore all hot thrones, our guru throne has always 2 cushions that represents the lotus and then the moon disk. Yeah, this has a lot of representation anyway. So seated on the moon disk atop a lotus and with 1,000 petals, and on top of that then Buddha Amitabha is seated with a bodhi tree behind his back as a bejeweled backdrop. And at the backdrop, his backdrop is a Changchup Sing bodhi tree. He's backing on a Changchup Sing. Then it took beholding me and all beings from afar with his compassion eyes. So Buddha Amitabha is full of compassion. Of course, because of his compassion, he has become Buddha Amitabha today, so famous, so compassionate. So Tukje means Ningje, always beholding me and all beings from afar with compassionate eyes. Although Buddha Amitabha now presently in his pure land, but he's 24 hours looking at us with his full compassion, taking care of us. That's what it means, compassionate eyes. Then until here is the how Buddha Amitabha is seated, how he looks like, so that we have to visualize clearly. So there's the first anyway, the quality. And then now from here, who is sitting, his, maybe we can say, companion or the entourage of Buddha Amitabha. So in his right hand, on his right is the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara. Avalokiteshvara, 4-armed but standing, is the same one also the in Namche practice that we do every day. In the Namche prayer, we have to visualize ourselves Avalokiteshvara, and in the heart, in the front, and Buddha Amitabha, and on the right hand side Avalokiteshvara, and on the left is the Vajrapani. Is same, Vajrapani and Buddha, the Avalokiteshvara is standing up, not sitting, sorry, standing up, not sitting down. Forearm Avalokiteshvara, very often, commonly, we see them sitting cross-legged. But in here, in Demon, in also in the Namcha prayer is same. They are standing, forearmed, but it's a standing. Yeah. So on his right, in the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara, pure white in color, holding a white lotus in his left hand. Yeah. So I think it's only 2-armed. I thought it was a 4-armed. Actually, it's a 2. It doesn't say here. Pure white in color, holding a white lotus. In his left hand, and then right hand is it will come here anyway. And his left is the Bodhisattva Mahastamprata. I think it's in another word, it's a Vajrapani. We commonly say Vajrapani. So on his left is the Bodhisattva Vajrapani. radiant blue in color. So Avalokiteshvara in white color and Vajrapani in blue color, holding a Vajra in his left hand. Left hand is holding Vajra, and then their right hands displaying the refuge, bestowing mudra. I think both Avalokiteshvara and Vajrapani, the right hand is the bestowing, what do you call it, refuge bestowing mudra. Kyabjin means look like this, is like bestowing the blessings to all sentient beings. So both Vajrapani and Avalokiteshvara, the right hand is in the refuge bestowing mudra, and left hand Vajrapani is holding Vajra and Avalokiteshvara is holding lotus. Yeah, so that's the thing. So that also we have to visualize very clearly. So then, so Sumbul Rigel Humbojins, these three main deities appear with great splendor like Mount Meru. So that we have to visualize very clearly. Buddha, Amitabha, Avalokiteshvara, Vajrapani, these three main great Buddhas, Buddha and Bodhisattvas, in a great splendor like Mount. Splendor means like radiant and life. One important thing, holiness have been very much highlighting. In our case, the problem with us is we always look at statue, yeah, Buddha Amitabha statue, and then it never moves, it never look around, never moves. It's like a statue, so we also kind of how do you say, very fixed. That is a completely how do you say, wrong in a way. So we have to visualize Buddha Amitabha life with spirit, full of blessings, energy, talking, smiling, looking at you, like giving blessings, same as our gurus, like in a human form. So if we visualize the Buddha Amitabha like a corpse, not even opening his eyes. If we open his eyes, never close, and hands are always sitting like that, cannot even see any head. So that become a kind of a solid rock, so that Buddha Amitabha doesn't look like that. So we should always remember that they are alive. Therefore in the many texts, it's in Tibetan, it's very clear. So ku kartablinge sung dorje lutsere. So they are like moving, smiling, watching, talking, giving blessings, full of alive, full of life and energy and blessings. That we have to visualize. So anyway, so splendor, we can refer to that. And like Mount Meru means, it's not like just sitting there, without changing. It doesn't mean that. Mount Meru means their mind never change, like full of compassion all the time, no matter what. Even someone go and, like slap him, he will smile, always full of compassion. They will never react, not like us, ordinary people like us. If someone praise you, you are very happy. If someone criticize you, and then you get very upset, all of a sudden. So we are changing, very shaky, always changing, not like Mount Meru. So Buddha Amitabha and the Bodhisattvas are not like that. They are like Mount Meru in their qualities, their qualities, compassion, wisdom, and then the, what do you call it, whatever the great qualities they have, it never change. It's always stable. Yeah. So that is the Mount Meru. And then towering and immovable. Is it immovable? They are surrounded by their spiritual heirs. I don't know this how it translated. Sometimes translation has a lot of error. It's in Tibetan it says hange, hene, hame. It refers to the Buddha body, speech, and mind qualities. But it's here I really don't know what does it mean. Towering and immovable. Uh, so I don't like to go through. I even don't know what does immovable means. Not moving, is it? Does it mean? Oh, not moving. It doesn't mean that. Hangel, henel, hamir jupe course. So hangel, henel, hame is the hange, the gu hange is sung hene and tuk hame is. So Buddha Amitabha, body, speech, and mind quality. So gu, your enlightened body, complete with all major and minor marks, shines vividly and clearly. So that is the hange, his physical form is like so full of, energy, radiant, like bright. So that is the ku. Hlange is, no, yeah, hlange. And sung hene is your enlightened speech, adorned with the 60 qualities of Brahma's melodious voice, resounds beautifully and distinctly. Buddha Shakyamuni voice is so, how do you say, pleasant to hear. It's full of blessings and melodious, unchanging. It's not like our voice, sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's blockage, then we have to cough, we have to sneeze, a lot of problems. So Buddha Amitabha's speech is not like this. It's a hlange, hene is a speech quality. And then hamme is the mind quality, your enlightened mind, whose nature is great loving kindness, compassion, and luminous wisdom of clear light, radiates brilliantly. Buddha Amitabha mind is full of, like loving kindness, compassion, luminous wisdom, and all these are radiating. It's a hamme. So that is the body, speech, and mind of the Buddha Amitabha. So we are remembering the quality of the Buddha Amitabha. Yeah, hangel hanelame jupe korors. And then surrounded by spiritual hears, means I think all the Buddhas, all the bodhisattvas, actually spiritual hears, no, Khor, Jangchup Sembe, Gelong Chewa Booms, surrounded by trillions of bodhisattvas and bhikshus. Yeah, so Buddha Amitabha is sitting in the pure realm, in his pure realm, and he's the main one, and Avalokiteshvara and Vajrapani, and then surrounded by so many trillions, not only 100, not only 1,000 million, trillions of bodhisattvas are surrounded to him. So that's what it says. All resplendent in golden complexation, adorned by glorious signs. All the bodhisattvas are equally, bright, radiant blessings. So all of them are, wearing the, golden complexion. Yeah, complexion, the adorned with the golden complexion, and the 32 auspicious marks and all these things. Yeah, so that is the thing. In Chugunam Sumsujing Sirtemis, all of them are wearing the 3 Dharma robes of brilliant golden color. So same as Buddha Amitabha, they all are wearing the Dharma monastic robes. Chugunam Sum. Yes, Chugunam Sum. All the bodhisattvas, trillions of bodhisattvas are just wearing the Dharma robes. When we just see, they all look like a golden, like whole pure realm is look like a full of golden. I think it's quite similar here. Here when I think someone comes out of, from outside, you can see, so many golden color wearing the Dharma robes. So similar to, I think, but it's much more, I think, millions time more than this. Yeah, so that we have to visualize. And Mugu Chala Nyiring Kedme Chirizir. So this, anyway, we have to remember again and again Buddha Amitabha, how it looks like. I'm a Vajrapani, again and again, and then all the bodhisattvas. So then if we, this is the training. It's actually a training for us. If we remember anything, it's a very logic also. For example, just, I don't know, if I think of a flower, maybe if you are decorating here, you think of flower whole day. You also dream of flowers, in a dream. Why? Because you have been thinking of flowers maybe 24 hours. Same thing, so whatever we think, that comes in our mind. So therefore we have to train our mind to visualize Buddha Amitabha again and again and again, many times, so we can also then in the sleep we can dream of Buddha Amitabha for sure. There's no doubt. I think many of us has experience of that. When we do practice very genuinely, purely, diligently, we do have a dreams of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. They will speak to you, they will talk to you, they will bless you in your dream. And then if that happens, and also same thing in Pardo, if we remember now Buddha Amitabha again and again, we also remember in, for example, if you have a nightmare. Yeah, I think many people have nightmare. So what we remember, we all over again, we always remember Guru. That is the only protector we have. We don't remember anything, when we have a very bad nightmare, someone is coming to kill you, like choking you, and then we remember Guru, Buddha, Amitabha. Of course, your Guru, Buddha, Amitabha, they are inseparable. So remember that, and then we will be released. Oh, it's a nightmare. We realize that. So same thing will happen in Bardo also. Therefore, it is a process of training from today, from now. Rather than always thinking of nonsense, remember Buddha Amitabha. So then you can also have a Buddha Amitabha in your dreams. And also, if we die, we will think of nothing, just the Buddha Amitabha, your guru in a form of Buddha Amitabha, and he will take care. Just surrender yourself to the Buddha Amitabha. So that is the process, really, something we really have to practice anyway. Yeah, so this is the how the all the bodhisattvas that we have to visualize. And then Mugui Chala Nyirin Kemechiris, as there is no distinction between devotion from near and far. If we have a devotion, the distance is not a problem. No matter how far, we say Buddha Amitabha is the western direction, countless is beyond countless is of universe, but not a problem at all. Buddha Amitabha can, see right here, if we have a devotion. So therefore it says, as there is no distinctions between devotion from near and far. Mm. So it says also here, I think for those who are, very smart, yeah, I think everyone has a different mind capability. Some people can remember everything very clearly, but for some of us, we cannot, because mind is quite weak, or maybe Buddha Amitabha we can remember, but then Avalokiteshvara and then Vajrapani and what they are holding, it's too complicated, maybe cannot. But it says, don't worry, it's okay if the people who has a less or the little bit of weak mind, weak mind, doesn't matter, just remember Buddha Amitabha, red color, and then remember him. He is in the western direction, and then just prostrate with full devotion, one pointed devotion. That's it. You don't have to do. I think Holiness very clearly said yesterday, isn't it? He said, don't worry, don't do many things, reading, writing, a lot of things will bring more confusion. So just remember Buddha Amitabha clearly and have faith and devotion, and Buddha is in the western direction, and then, face towards therefore we say, when we do this demon prayer, make this demon prayer daily practice. And then I think the more you read, then slowly you can read by heart. Then you can stand up and then do prostration towards the western direction, remembering Buddha Amitabha. Yeah, Holiness very clearly advised also to me, if possible, during the sunset, just if possible, make a shrine, maybe outside somewhere, and then prepare some offerings, if flowers, incense, whatever, and then light a incense, and then you can do prostration with doing the demon prayer. So you can do prostration. Therefore it says, for people who has weak mind, you don't worry, you don't think that, oh, I'm not capable enough, my mind is very weak, I can't visualize, it's a big problem. It's okay, it doesn't matter. You just remember Buddha Amitabha there, and then do prostration, offering, have devotion, then that's it. You will be be taken care by Buddha Amitabha. Yeah, so that's what it says. Therefore there is a in I think in Tibet, one old man, he has been practicing this demon prayer and Buddha Amitabha, but I think he didn't hear clearly or whatever. He was visualizing Buddha Amitabha in a different color. It's actually ruby red, yeah, ruby red color, but he was visualizing, I don't know, blue or something. But doesn't matter, he has a great devotion. So therefore when he died, he was, Buddha Amitabha came and hold his hand and took him to the Buddha Amitabha Pure Land. So it's like, doesn't matter if there is a slight wrong thing happens, in terms of visualizing, it's okay. But of course, we have to try our best to, clear, if not possible, little bit of, the downfalls are okay. have devotion. So devotion is the key thing. Yeah, so that is the thing. Anyway, dagi gosum gube chaksalo zir. Mugu chala ngering khet mechir dagi gusum gube chaksalo. So therefore it says, I devotedly prostrate to you with my three gates. So remembering Buddha Amitabha, and then you prostrate to him with the three gate means your body, speech, and mind. I devotedly prostrate with you, to you with my three gates: body, speech, and mind. So what we have to visualize is when we do the like this thing prostration. Also, I think there are a lot of explanation. Anyway, I wouldn't go through that. So when we do prostration, when we put our hand on the head, that actually we are prostrating to the what do you call it to the form of Buddha Amitabha, to the body of Buddha Amitabha. And when we put our hands here, we are prostrating to the Buddha speech. And when we put our hand on the heart, we are prostrating to the Buddha's mind, Buddha body, speech, and mind. So with that, when we do that, we also purify our body defilements, and we purify our speech defilements, and purify our mind defilements. So prostrating to the Buddha Amitabha in the thousands of Buddha in 10 directions with therefore it says, I devotedly prostrate to you with my three gates. Yeah. Mugu chalangiri kemij dagi gusum gube chalselos. And then chukunangwa thairigida the dharmakaya. I mean, so anyway, so from here it's a the remembering the Buddha qualities, and it's a yeah no. Oh yeah, from here actually is the second quality from the prostration. Yeah, you remember what is the first cause to be reborn in Devachan? What is the first quality? Remember, you have to really note down these four qualities, no, to be reborn in Devachan. The first one is remembering, visualizing Buddha Amitabha Pure Lane again and again. So that is, now we finished. So from here, second one is accumulating merit. Yeah. So second one is accumulating merit. So from here, so in accumulations of merit, what it comes is the 7 branch prayers. Prostration. So in order to accumulate merit, tsoksa yanla dun. So from here, the tsoksa yanla dun comes. The 7 branch prayer: prostration, offerings, confession, then rejoicing, and then requesting to turn the wheel of Dharma, and then requesting guru and masters to live long, and then the dedication. So this 7 branch or 7 heaps, whatever you call it, Tsoksa Yanla Dun. So from here is the second quality starts, yeah, that to be reborn in Devachan. So therefore we have to do prostration now. So also prostration is when we do prostrate, it is the antidote of arrogant pride. We have all of us have a pride. Whatever you have, if you have a little bit of kind of a good look, we have a arrogant. If you have a little bit of knowledge, we have arrogant. If we have a little bit of, I don't know, good voice, we have arrogant. Everything. If we have a nice cloth to wear, we have arrogant. So anyway, so arrogant is the emotion that drives us crazy, isn't it? So in order to dispel that, prostration is the antidote to the pride or the arrogant. So the prostration is, when we prostrate, we have to bow down completely, bowing down, so that if you are very arrogant, you will not bow down. You're always like that. Always looking up. It says, we have a saying in Tibetan, like, I will not, I will not even, I don't know how, don't want to take off my hat. I think in Tibetan, in our Himalayan culture, if you respect someone, they take off their head and then bow down, So if you don't want to respect them, you will never take off your head, just walk like that. So means very pride, very arrogant. So anyway, so this is again, so here also it comes 7 branch prayer will, how do you say, we can say, kill your, I think 7 emotions actually, yeah, dispel, at least I wouldn't call it kill, but it will dispel your 7 emotions. So the prostrations way is the antidote, it will dispel your pride. Yeah, so that and then from here is the prostration starts. Therefore also we should prostrate. Therefore here in this 10 days prayer, every evening we are doing the prostration. Yeah, all of us are standing up and doing the prostration. Is this prayer, demon prayer. Yeah. And Shukunawa Thayarikidas, the Dharmakaya Amitabha, supreme lord of the family. So Buddha Amitabha is a Dharmakaya. He's a, he or she, I don't know whether we call it he or she, but we have to refer to something. Yeah, it's a Dharmakaya. So then the Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. So Buddha Amitabha is a form of Dharmakaya. Shogunawataya Rikida. And then now from his right hand, rays of light manifest as Avalokiteshvara. So now keep visualizing. From his, yeah, it says here, from his right hand, rays, the light radiates, and then Avalokiteshvara manifest, Tulba, yeah, Avalokiteshvara manifest, and then which further animates as a billion Avalokiteshvara forms. So one, from his right hand, one Avalokiteshvara manifest, and then from one Avalokiteshvara, millions and trillions of Avalokiteshvara manifest. That we have to visualize. It's a little complicated, but we have to try. It's a mind training. I think it's a visualization training. So from one Avalokiteshvara, millions of Avalokiteshvara, kind of animates. And then Chayan Ozir little Dramate. And then from Buddha Amitabha right left hand, one Tara, yeah, Jitun Drama. Tara manifest, and from one Tara, thousands, millions, trillions of Tara manifest. And from Buddha Amitabha heart, yeah, Thukya was a little bit. From heart, from his heart, rays of light manifest Padma Sambhava, Guru Padma Sambhava. From his heart, the Guru Padma Sambhava manifest. From one Guru Padma Sambhava, and then trillions of Guru Padma Sambhava manifest. You can visualize that? Close your eyes and try to visualize for 1 second. Okay? Can? Can. Yeah, our mind is so powerful. If we put some effort, mind can do everything. Also, not only just visualization. Look at, I quite often say this, look in this world, for example, the digital things, as I mean, human mind is so smart. We can do anything, I think past many years ago, maybe there was no aeroplane, but now, we can, aeroplane, and I don't know, all these digital things, you don't even have to move somewhere. Just from here, we can talk to whole world. It's just unbelievable, isn't it? So that mind is so powerful. So also in visualization, no problem. Put a little bit of effort and try to do it. It will be, you can definitely visualize clearly. Yeah, so the trillions of Avalokiteshvara, trillions of, what is it? Right hand, you all say, left hand, Avalokiteshvara, and then trillions of Avalokiteshvara manifest, and then left hand, Buddha Amitabha left hand, Jitundrima, Tara, and then trillions of Tara, and from his heart, one Amitabha, and then trillions of Buddha Amitabha radiates. So that's what it says here. Yang Major Chuku Opamela Chaksalo. So from Opame, the now Buddha Amitabha is a Dharmakaya. Avalokiteshvara and Jitundrama, all of them are Sambhoga Kaya. And the Guru Padma Sambhava is Nirmana Kaya. We say Tulgu, Chugu, Longu, Tugu. So, so he can manifest because he is the source. Dharmakaya is the Dharma Dhatu, the true nature of your own mind. The ultimate nature is the Dharmakaya. So that is the Buddha Amitabha. So Buddha Amitabha can manifest all this. So, so that is the thing. So here, why I think Avalokiteshvara and then Tara and Guru Padma Sambhava, these three Buddha, they are, again, they are very, very special. It says in this degenerate time, it says that this is a very degenerate time. I don't know, it says, the time never changed, but because of what we human create, and then time became good and bad. Also in Kathang Dubai, it very clearly says, no. So anyway, in this degenerate time, Buddha, Guru Padma Sambhava, Avalokiteshvara and Tara, they are specially, because of their wish and their prayer, they can fulfill our wish. And they are, how do you say, they can benefit us very swiftly, very quickly. So for example, we say Guru Padma Sambhava. If you want to fulfill some wishes, you have lot of, everyone has lot of wishes anyway. So if that is not fulfilled, supplicate to Guru Padma Sambhava. Do Guru Padma Omang Banza Guru Padma Siddhyong and supplicate to Guru Padma Sambhava. Your wish will be fulfilled immediately. Yeah, so that's what it says. And Tara, if you have obstacles, yeah, we are full of obstacles. Your business doesn't go, success, I don't know, lot of obstacles. So supplicate to Tara, pray to Tara. All the uh, obstacles will be removed immediately. So like Tara and then Guru Padma Sambhava. No, what I says. Yeah, that is the thing. Guru Padma Sambhava, I already said. And Avalokiteshvara, if we want to liberate from the three lower realms, yeah, what are three lower realms? The hell realm, hungry ghost realm, and the animal realm, which are very pity. I quite often say, and of course, we are in human realm and we are so comfortable here. Look at the insects and animals out there, just out here also. If we, I think, few miles walk out there, how many pigs are suffering, how many animals, cows and donkeys are suffering. They have no one to take care. Maybe even they have a full of wounds, cut. No one even just look at them. That much of suffering is happening. So there are three lower realm. Of course, the hell beings, we can't even imagine the suffering of hell beings. And then hungry ghost realm. Hungry ghosts, we say they cannot even have one drops of water for months and for years. Can you believe it? For us, if we do nyungne, one day we cannot fast. We kick a big fast. I'm so thirsty. One day, and only then following day we drink lot of water. But for the hungry ghost, for months and years, they cannot even have a drops of water. That much of suffering they are going through. So anyway, the three lower realms, if we would like to liberate from the three lower realms, we should supplicate to the Avalokiteshvara. Immediately you will be liberated. So therefore, these three Buddhas are, very special because of their wish and because of what they wished for the benefit of the beings are so powerful. So these three Buddha. Therefore, I think it animates from the Buddha Amitabha heart and then two hands. Yeah. Mm. So when we say that, again, I think we have confused, how come then we always said Buddha Amitabha, now Tara comes, now Avalokiteshvara comes, now Guru Padma Sambhava, are so complicated, a lot of things I don't want to, it's not like that. It's, I think every individual has a different interest. All the Buddhas are one. Therefore, from the Buddha Amitabha, they are manifesting. They are one. Buddha Amitabha, Avalokiteshvara, Tara, Guru Padma Sambhava, they are one. No different. It doesn't mean if I pray to Tara, Guru Padmasambhava will be upset. If I from today if I do Guru Padma Omang Banza Guru Padma Siddhyo, Jizindroma will be disappointed. Never take care of. It's not like that. They all are one. As Holiness very clearly said yesterday morning, Buddhas are one. Whatever you do, but in different conditions. For example, to dispel obstacles, practice Guru Padma Sambhava. The practice Tara, to fulfill wishes, practice the Guru Padma Sambhava. To liberate from beings from the samsara and sufferings, practice Avalokiteshvara. But they all are one. In the reality, there is no two. It's a one. That we have to understand. Therefore, yesterday also Holiness said, no, we have to know. We shouldn't be foolish in that sense, like all the Buddhas are separate. Then we have to do separately, I don't know, Tara 3 years, Buddha Amitabha 3 years, and Buddha Guru Padmasambhava. Our life will be finished, and all the Buddhas, I think many Buddhas are left behind. It's not like that. So it says also, it's like, if you want to drink water of 100 rivers, if you are not smart, then you go by one, you go this river and drink, and then you go to second river and drink. It will take ages, many years. But rather, if you are smart, you find a way where all these springs comes together and then drink. So it equivalent to drink all the 100 spring water together. So that is the same thing anyway. So chuko obamela child fellows. Mm. Mm. Maybe we have to keep here. 4 o'clock we have break, no? But Holiness said Holiness will also come, so maybe we have to continue reciting mantra. So Chukogba prostrate to the Dharmakada Amitabha, whose eyes throughout the 6 periods of the day and night constantly behold all beings with compassion, whatever thought passing through the minds of all beings. So anyway, so Buddha Amitabha is always looking at us, days and night, all the time with his compassion, constantly behold all beings with his compassion. Whatever thought passing through our mind, even one individual person, what we are facing, if I'm facing some problem, he will bless me. If whether you are going through ups or downs or problems or sicknesses, and he will take care of you. Every individual, even what thought arises in each individual mind, he can clearly read that, of course, because they are enlightened. So there is no doubt, whatever thought passing through our mind, all beings, he is clearly aware of all them, and he hears distinctly all the speech of all beings. Whatever we say, he hear. Each individual person, what we say, what we pray, he hear. He hear and he understand and he keep in mind and he bless. So without any confusion, each and every one of them individually, therefore I prostrate to the omniscient Buddha Amitabha. So Buddha Amitabha is the omniscient one. He can understand, he can hear, he can everything, even a slight thing, even a slight thought that arises in our mind, he can understand, he can, see, he can how to read them. Therefore, I prostrate to the omniscient Buddha Amitabhas. Okay, I think we should leave it there. And then from tomorrow, I think we should go a little quickly, otherwise we will not finish. Okay, so that's all about today. So anyway, today what we talk is the first and second quality. First quality we started talking yesterday, repeatedly remembering Buddha Amitabha in Pure Land. Pure Land is so beautiful. Today we talk, how it looks like, no rocks, no cliffs, no, what do you call it? Also, once we born in the Buddha Amitabha Pure Land, we never hear of any sufferings. Like, for example, in this realm, we hear suffering of birth, suffering of aging, suffering of sicknesses, suffering of death. Human has these 4 major suffering, and other realm has a different many sufferings. So that also in the Pure Land of Buddha Amitabha, it does never exist. There is no, we all are born in from lotus, not from mother's womb. When we were born from the mother's womb, it's so pain. I think, the baby and mother both, has to go through extreme suffering. But in the pure realm is not like that. We were born in the lotus, and then we not age. I think we are aging. Yeah, we all are aging every day. We have more wrinkles, more gray hair, more problems, our knees, hands, joints, all this comes. But in pure realm of Buddha Amitabha, we will never age. I think forever young. We live forever young. And then no death also. Eons and eons and eons we can happily stay there, and no sicknesses at all. We have always different sicknesses, but in pure land of Buddha, and no sicknesses we don't hear. And also, like, no dangerous. For example, if you go to a place, kind of a forest, there is a leopard, a wolf, I don't know, snakes, spider, these all are never exist in Buddha Amitabha Pure Land. Everything is perfect. You don't have to scare of snakes and spiders and cockroaches and small insects. No disturbances at all. So that is the quality of that we have to remember. And then second is the accumulations of merit. Therefore, we have to do prostration. So today we are middle of the prostrating. To whom we prostrating? To Buddha Amitabha, remembering his great qualities. Yeah. So that we keep it there. Okay, thank you. Chumden degi chengaru chujin druparadze Gangza la mai pushin kyongwara sheshi Tengsun chekyong sola chepa.
Namuranadaya Nama Bhagavate Midavaya Tadagataya Radhe Samya Samudaya Dreda Om Amritaya Midavaya Mida Sambhavaya Mida Amida Gami Gavana Kidagiri Suragari Shakyankari Soha Namuranadaya Nama Bhagavate Midavaya Tadagataya Radhe Samya Treda Om Amritaya Midavaya Mida Sambhavaya Mida Gradya Mida Gami Gavana Kidagiri Suragari Shakyankari Soha Namuranadaya Nama Bhagavate Midavaya Arahati Samya Samudaya Treda Amritaya Midavaya Mida Sambhavaya Mida Gradya Mida Gami Gavana Kidagiri Suragari Shakyankari Soha Bhagavate Amitabha Tadagataya Radhe Samya Samudaya Deda Om Amidaya Amitabha Amida Sambhavaya Amidam Grandya Amida Gamini Gavana Gidigiri Sarvakali Shikyankari Sohana Muranataya Nam Bhagavate Amitabha Tadagataya Radhe Samya Samudaya Deda Om Amidaya Amitabha Amida Sambhavaya Amidam Grandya Amida Gamini Gavana Gidigiri Sarvakali Shikyankari Sohana Muranataya Nam Bhagavate Amitabha Tadagataya Arhati Samya Samudaya Deda Om Amidaya Amitabha Amida Sambhavaya Amida Amida Gamini Gavana Gidigiri Sarvakali Shikyankari Sohana Muranataya Nam Bhagavate Amitabha Arhati Samya Samudaya Deda Om Amidaya Amitabha Amida Sambhavaya Amida Gamini Gavana Gidigiri Sarvakali Shikyankari Soha Samaya Satua Om Banjari Satu Samaya Manivalaya Madhusatadana Vadhirati Vos Vidagame Vos Bugame Vanuragame Vos Rusvime Taya Sasrogama Susame Siddham Shriya Guru Ahaha Hoy Bhagavan Sarvatata Gada Pandramami Mudavama Samaya Satua Om Banjari Satu Samaya Manivalaya Madhusatadana Vadhirati Vos Vidagame Vos Bugame Anuragame Saraswati Praya Sasrograma Susami Siddham Shriyam Guru Ahaha Hoy Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Pansarmami Mudavajrivama Samaya Satu Dharma Hit Dhamma Hit Tegita Dhamma Hit Tegita Yamadi Sharmana Om Bhajar Gangatan